Hello, everybody. I'm here to offer you a wonderful opportunity that people have been asking me about wherever I go. People are asking me, how can we see the same move of God in our country as is happening in the Ukraine? Will you come and do a conference? Will you come and preach in our church? And the invitations are just too many. So that's why I've decided to start a Bible school in every country. So right now we have started one in America, we've started one in France, we've started one in Holland, we've started one in Germany. Now it's time for England. So we're starting a History Maker Bible school in the city of London from September 25th. So I'm inviting everybody that wants to be a part of this great move of God that God is pouring all over Europe, that you should come and be a part of this Bible school. It's just a weekend Bible school, 1 weekend a month. So you don't need to leave your job, you don't need to leave your family, you don't need to leave your church, just one Saturday in a month. You can do that. Please get in touch with us by contacting the telephone and the email on the screen after this program. God bless you and welcome to History Makers Bible School.
300 Christians needed to change the spiritual temperature of this nation forever. Are you one of them? The Bible says creation is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. For this end time, you don't have to be a pastor or someone in a leadership position in a church to be part of this great move of God. All you need is a genuine hunger for the kingdom of God to be established on earth. Pastor Sunday Adelaja, the pastor of the largest church in Europe, the Embassy of God, is initiating a move of God in this nation called the History Makers Bible School. The History Makers Bible School takes place only on one Saturday every month to equip you for the next level. It will also be a good opportunity to network with like-minded Christians. You will receive tried and tested keys to church growth and pastoring without tears at the Emmanuel Center, 9 to 23 Marsham Street, Victoria, London, Southwest 1P 3DW. Registration is £40 per session. To register, call 0798 114 6157 or email admin@hmbsuk.org or visit the website at www.hmbsuk.org. Whatever you do, don't miss this move of God. Call the number on the screen now to register. Remember, you were called for a time like this.
Hello and welcome to the program. And with me in the studio right now is Pastor Sunday Adelaja. He is a senior pastor of the Embassy of God in Kyiv in the Ukraine. And you know, in this part of the program, we've actually been talking about a book written about his life and himself. And the book was actually for his 40th birthday. And the book is titled Ọlọ́run wà. Ọlọ́run wà means there is God. And in the last program, we talked about what he went through in life and all the other bits and pieces. But in this part, I'm actually going to talk more about, his relationship with his grandmother. Because remember, his mother had left him with his grandmother. He doesn't even know who his father is, even till today. But then the grandmother raised him up and he thought the grandmother is a true mother. But then the grandmother died before she could see the fruit of her labor. And he wrote a letter to the grandmother in the book. The letter is quite long, but I'm just going to take bits and pieces of the letter so that you can have an idea. I'll get Pastor Sunday to comment on the letter itself, why he wrote it, and then he'll tell us a bit more about it. It says, "My dear grandma, I actually never called you grandma, only mama. Therefore, my dear beloved one and only mama, I want to tell you that you are everything to me. I'm so sorry you are no longer alive. I'm very sorry I cannot express my appreciation to you in person. I strongly desire to show you my gratitude in word and in deed. but this will never be fulfilled on earth. However, if the dead can hear and see what the living are doing, I hope you are proud of your son, Olorunwa. And Olorunwa is the name she used to call him whenever he gave her grief. You have given me this name, hoping that something good will come out of me. It means there is God. You had the foresight because I knew you. You believe that God will always defend the righteous, and he will prove with this child that he is the God indeed. I want to say that God has really vindicated you and your faith. He has defended the righteous. Even in that little child, Olorunwa, there is indeed a God in heaven. You are my hero. You believed in me when there was no reason for anybody to believe in me. Even your own daughter, my biological mother, I do not think she believed in me as much as you did. When she left for her second marriage, I was left with you. You took care of me, nurturing in me the values of life. And from 3 years old, I have remained with you till the day of your death. And you were the only person I knew. You believed in me. You took care of me. You fed me with your last food. You took me with you everywhere. At the very fragile age of 57, while all your children were grown up, you became a mother again to your grandson. You dedicated your life to raise me up. And in those days when I was proving stubborn and did not understand life, when I was very troublesome and disobedient, you were always telling me, I am doing all these things for your sake, and everything that I do is for you. I did not understand this then. I was foolish, I was ignorant. I was angry at my condition of living and of all the tragedy that occurred in our family at that point. So I want to say, sorry, Mama, now that I have grown up. I'm apologizing and asking for your forgiveness, and especially regretting the fact that I could not pay you this gratitude in action and in deed. But the whole world will come to know who you are because of your faithfulness. I had dreamt of the day I will grow up to take care of you, but that was never to be. And now, Grandma, your little son is turning 40. Nobody, including my humble self, ever believed that anything good could come out of this boy. Probably only you believed otherwise. Thank you for believing in me. Your prophecy for my life has come to pass, and I have become a testimony of the faithfulness of God. Your Olorunwa is turning 40. But on this special day, I want first of all to write you this letter of thanks, to say thank you for everything you've done for me. If it were not for you, I wouldn't be here. I owe all I have to you. I can't hold back the tears as I write this letter, because my biggest dream in life was to grow up and to prove to you that all your efforts were not in vain, and all your sacrifices for me were not in vain. But it so happened that you did not get a chance to see how I stopped misbehaving, how I began to study well, and how I was called by God to serve him. You did not get a chance to receive even a penny from my hands, or to hear me say words of gratitude. But I will always be a living testimony to your memory. And I will do everything to let the whole world know about you, that I had a mom. You are my heroine. You are my love. Beside the Lord, you are the one who is worthy to receive great glory for everything I have become. You have taught me to work, to love people, to be impartial and enterprising. You have taught me to be the best. All changes in my life began when you died. When I found out that I was left alone, with my eyes opened, I realized that I was alone. With my eyes open, I realized that I was alive only because of you. And that unless I would begin to take care of myself, I wouldn't have anybody else to take care of me anymore. I feel like just reading the letter to you, so I get the gist of it. Thank you, my dear mom, for giving me every last penny and every last piece of bread. Thank you for giving me your life. Even when you were sick, you would still get up early to go with me to the forest, to gather wood. I cannot help but say this with weeping and crying, because the only Sunday Adelaja you knew was a troublesome lad, very hopeless and reckless. The last time I saw you, you were diagnosed with cancer and taken away from the village to the hospital. You told me to take care of myself and to remember whose child I am and where I come from. From that time on, the only last time I saw you was at the hospital when I came to see you. I remember that when I was told of your death, I was ready to die as well. I could not or did not see any reason for living, because you were the only person I knew and the only life that I had. But thank God and thank you for the values and the virtues that you had deposited in me and the foundation that you had laid in my life. That foundation has gone a long way and is bringing forth fruits. Thank you for laying a dint of hard work, diligence, endurance, and suffering. They have gone a long way to making the man that the world now calls Pastor Sunday. I continue to live and decided to dedicate myself to finish all the works that we started together. I am so sorry that you weren't able to see that, Mom. I have finished all those works. I didn't stop to fix pap and to sell it door to door in the neighboring villages. I went even further and took 2 plots of land, tilled it, and planted crops, doing what you always told me to do. I was able to survive and to finish school, thanks to the trade you taught me. Thank you for teaching me to overcome difficulties, to work hard, to endure, and to have long suffering. You are the only life that I knew. You were my mom, my friend, my dad, and my grandma. I will never forget our room and the floor on which I slept until I was 15. I will never forget how we went to the forest to gather woods, how you raised me and took me along with you everywhere you went. I want to thank you once again. I appreciate everything you did for me. I love you. God bless you, Mama, and rest in peace. My loving memory to you, Pastor Sunday. That is serious. I read the book. I was really blessed. I was touched by it. And I really thank God for your life. What can you tell us about the letter, first of all? Then we'll go and talk about the charity itself.
I had nurtured in my heart, away from everybody else, the memory of the person I own everything to. But people will see me in the university, in the dormitory, in the TV station, as a pastor, on the stage, in the office, and they will not know the story behind the man. Yet, in me, I always carried something that was personal to me, and it all evolved around when will God give me the chance and opportunity, even if she's no more here, to still be faithful in her death, and in her absence to her. That even in her death and absence, to still keep my faithfulness and my word. That I had planned to do this, but it didn't just remain a plan, but it's a plan that is executed. I had waited, I had endured and struggled and worked and labored to be able to get to a point when I will still be able to express that gratitude, even though she's no more here to appreciate it. But I assumed maybe somebody will appreciate it. Maybe somebody will not be so callous to their loved ones as I was callous to mine. Maybe somebody will not be as ruthless to the person that bore them and sacrificed for them like I was ruthless. Maybe someone will desist from being so wicked and so harsh and so unpassionate like I was non-passionate to my mother. But I really wished that no other person in this world will repeat my mistake of despairing and neglecting the opportunity to show gratitude to the person they love and that have done so much for them. while they have the time, while they have the chance. The phrase, never live for tomorrow, what you could do today, became my motto and my driving force. I will never leave the good I could do today till tomorrow anymore, because I had lost the opportunity once. So I thought I would never lose the opportunity to write this letter and to write this book and dedicate it to the memory of the person I owe everything to. And the Church Shift book also I dedicated to her memory. I promised her in her absence that the whole world would know who she is, and that she was a mother, and that she had a son. Wherever she is, in the celestial, let her know that she had a son, and there is a son that is grateful for all she did. Our efforts were never in vain. And that's why I went after the book all the way to start the charity and the foundation.
So what's the charity and the foundation designed to do?
The charity and the organization is supposed to take care of underprivileged people all over the world, wherever they are. So I appeal to my friends all over the world to give humanitarian aid and support and any kind of container of whatever they could give to homeless, orphans and homeless kids, and widows, orphanages, widows, single moms, people who are just struggling, to be able to give someone a chance like she gave me a chance. And I just wonder, maybe another Sunday Adelaja could arise from the pit and from the dirt and from the bush and from the wilderness and from the forests of this world, because somebody cared.
Wonderful. You know, I know exactly how you feel, and that's the reason why I meet people every day who haven't experienced what you and I have, in terms of being able to pay back what we, what we were blessed with from our mothers. And some of them are rude to their mothers, to their parents. And sometimes I call these young men aside. I say, listen, you should thank God she is here or he is here. You should be a blessing to her, especially to women, because they work harder. You know, it's very easy for a man to walk away from a child and not even think twice. But a mother cannot. It is very hard. So I said, so while she's alive, spend time, look after her, appreciate her, because she's not there forever. And a lot of people regret it when the person is gone and say, oh no, I wasn't able to. And that's what happened to us. So that's why I keep praying that people will learn and just be a blessing to their parents, especially their mothers, and just look after them whilst they're still alive. And like my mother said, whatever the bird eats is what the bird flies with. So whatever you bless the bird with, whatever you feed your mother with, is what she remembers you with, at departure. So how can people actually locate the charity and support it?
They could go to our website, godembassy.org, and there is this racial foundation. They could click into it, and or just get in touch with me through the website. There is my email there, and they could get and join hands together with the charity. The charity operates in Nigeria right now as well, so not just here.
Wonderful. And you know, I was inspired when I saw the charity you set up, and that gave me an idea for something for my mother's name, because you read in the Bible, it says the names of the righteous will still remain here.
Abides, yeah.
Yeah, it will still remain here. So I was inspired when I saw her name. I thought, well, I need to do something similar. And you will never know that maybe whilst we're doing this work here, some more inheritance will be arriving in heaven for them. And that's the...
And then it will give, that charity will keep on giving life to other people like she gave me life.
So what else do you have to share with people generally concerning this story?
This woman went through a lot of tragedy that I didn't realize at that point. She had a lot of pain, and enough pains of her own. No. She had enough pain to just be in depression and not even mind, not even notice me that I was alive. But the fact that I did not appreciate what she did, talk less of try to comfort her. That was wickedness. So a lot of kids and a lot of children down there, they don't know the story and all the pains of their parents. And they just think, no, they just need to receive from their parents. One of my lesson is that don't just focus at receiving. Focus at giving. Focus on giving. As you receive one thing from your parents, don't think they must because they are your parents. Think of how you could give them back immediately. Don't wait till tomorrow. And it's a lesson that will stay with me all my life. And it's a lesson that will stay with me that this is not just concerning my grandmother. This is concerning everybody that I come across. If I have the opportunity to do good to anybody at any time, I should not waste time. I should not wait till tomorrow to do it. I have to do it now. And it has made me into a better person. A person that will not neglect another person. That will not pass by the pain of other people. Because I would say that might be the last opportunity that person has. I must respond to him or to her now before that will be the last opportunity is gone. So that the regret of the last opportunity I lost will not abide with me. And so that they will not have to suffer what I suffered when I was growing up as well. And so that other people will be given a chance, just like I was given a chance. And I became somebody. And also it has taught me that even if somebody is not grateful today, the people I do good to, that life has a way of teaching them tomorrow. I was not grateful when I was growing up to my mother, and she never saw me to be grateful or to be thankful. But today, life had dealt with me, and God has found a way of teaching me. So don't really expect an immediate response from people you do good to. They might not always be grateful to you at the particular time you do good to them. But just do good and forget about it. And sometime, if they will really need you, if you will really need them, God will touch them and deal with them to be able to show that appreciation at the time you need it most.
Wonderful. On that note, I want to thank you so much for watching and being with us all the way through. And you know more, and you know what? There's still a lot more to come. And I just want you to keep praying for the life of the man of God because he is a pioneer in this generation. You read about people like Martin Luther and so many others. And you say, wow, I wish I was there then. But today, you are here now. And you have the opportunity to be part of it. That's why when I read a book about the life of the Apostle Yemi Balogun, who was a great revivalist in the 1930s in Nigeria, I thought, wow, I should have been in that company. Because it was awesome. I should have been in that company. It was an awesome thing to read about those guys. They did great things. They did heavy things. And you know, but thank God today, we are able to see something, a model of what God is going to use for his final move on this earth. And it's a model that we have to all apply, because I've never seen anything like this ever before, anywhere in the world. But I'm convinced beyond any reasonable doubt, like they say in a law court, that this is the style that God is going to use. I want to pray for you that God will continue to lift you high and bless you and use you to the glory of his holy name as you continue to humble yourself under his mighty hands, and that God will give you the grace to step this way. Come over to Kyiv and have a look at what is going on the ground. It would inspire you and it will transform your life and your ministry to the glory of God's name. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back your way pretty soon. And whatever you do, keep loving God and pressing deeper into him. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.
300 Christians needed to change the spiritual temperature of this nation forever. Are you one of them? The Bible says creation is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. For this end time, you don't have to be a pastor or someone in a leadership position in a church to be part of this great move of God. All you need is a genuine hunger for the kingdom of God to be established on earth. Pastor Sunday Adelaja, the pastor of the largest church in Europe, the Embassy of God, is initiating a move of God in this nation called the History Makers Bible School. The History Makers Bible School takes place only on one Saturday every month to equip you for the next level. It will also be a good opportunity to network with like-minded Christians. You will receive tried and tested keys to church growth and pastoring without tears at the Emmanuel Center, 9 to 23 Marsham Street, Victoria, London, Southwest 1P 3DW. Registration is £40 per session. To register, call 0798 114 6157 or email admin@hmbsuk.org or visit the website at www.hmbsuk.org. Whatever you do, don't miss this move of God. Call the number on the screen now to register. Remember, you were called for a time like this.
Hello, everybody. I'm here to offer you a wonderful opportunity that people have been asking me about wherever I go. People are asking me, how can we see the same move of God in our country as is happening in the Ukraine? Will you come and do a conference? Will you come and preach in our church? And the invitations are just too many. So that's why I've decided to start a Bible school in every country. So right now we have started one in America, we've started one in France, we've started one in Holland, we've started one in Germany. Now it's time for England. So we're starting a History Maker Bible School in the city of London from September 25th. So I'm inviting everybody that wants to be a part of this great move of God that God is pouring all over Europe, that you should come and be a part of this Bible school. It's just a weekend Bible school, 1 weekend a month. So you don't need to leave your job, you don't need to leave your church, just 1 Saturday in a month. You can do that. Please get in touch with us by contacting the telephone and the email on the screen after this program. God bless you and welcome to History Makers Bible School.